Hi darlings, welcome to a new video here on Be My Bride. Today we are so lucky to be joined by SJ, international makeup artist at our favourite bareMinerals, and SJ did Soph's makeup on her wedding day. So today we thought we would recreate it. This is the finished look.
It is indeed. I mean, what a beautiful canvas I have with the gorgeous Sophie.
Even from the very beginning, as you guys will see, Soph just looked absolutely flawless. So we're going to be sharing a few tips on how to make your makeup look last longer on the big day, how to make it look great in photos, things like that. So I'm now going to hand it over to these beautiful two, get behind the camera, so let's get started.
Before we start with the makeup, what I'm going to do is just prep your skin with the bareMinerals skincare and some primer, just to make sure we've got your base absolutely perfect. Make sure your skin is in tip-top condition, which already looks absolutely stunning. And then obviously primer, just to keep everything in place all day long, and not just keep it in place all day long, but keep your foundation looking flawless all day long, which is so important. So I'm going to put on the Combo Control primer, and this is literally just to help keep everything in place all day long and keep it looking completely flawless.
Milky face primer.
So here we go, your fave. Happy with that?
Yeah.
So full coverage, SPF 20. I pop a little bit on the back of my hand. It's easy. And then I'm going to use the Luxe Performance brush just to blend onto your complexion. The reason the Bare Pro Performance Wear Liquid Foundation is amazing for a big day like a wedding or perhaps a big event is, as you know, it's 24-hour wear. Not that everyone's going to stay up for 24 hours. It's got an SPF of 20, and it's also going to smooth the appearance of any open pores and fine lines. Not that you have any, but for anyone that does, it contains bamboo stem cell extract. And what that does is it really blurs the appearance of any imperfections, so it's great for photography work. Also the fact that it's a natural to matte finish. In photographs, although we quite often want a glow on the outside contours of the complexion and the highs of the cheekbones, close your eyes for me, generally we want to keep the T-zone matte, because in photographs, if that's shiny in wedding pictures, it can look like a sort of an ugly shine, not a pretty shine. So using a foundation that's matte, such as this one, is going to make sure that not only do you look beautiful in real life on your big day, but you're also going to look flawless in all of the photographs as well. So I'm now going to go in with your concealer under the eyes, with the Bare Pro concealer. It's 16-hour wear, and the Shade and Diffuse brush. Before I do so, I sometimes like to take a little bit of hydrating primer, not right up to the eye area, but just smoothed underneath the eye area, around the eye. What this will do is make sure the skin's really diffused, but at the same time we'll keep the concealer in place for even longer and looking smoother. So just look up for me. Now this is where you can use the Shade and Diffuse eye brush that I've been using, or you can even pick up the Luxe Performance brush, which is the one we used for the foundation as well. For the more detailed work I use this one, but to begin with I'm just going to make sure we blend all of that concealer around the nose, on the chin. Again, this contains raspberry seed oil, blackcurrant seed oil, so even though it's a concealer with long wear, you can use it directly under the eye, because the lovely oils in there will keep the skin looking smooth, and it won't sort of crack or look overly heavy. It will just smooth the appearance of the skin and keep your skin looking completely flawless. So let's go in with, now how do you like a little bit of a glow, don't you, on the highs of the cheeks and things?
Yes.
Yeah, and we're going to go for the gorgeous sort of copper tones and brown tones on the eyes?
Yes.
What I'm going to do to start with your shadow is I'm going to use one of the bareMinerals Gen Nude Primer shadows. So these are incredible because they just smooth the appearance of the eyelid, they take down any demarcation or colour in the lid, and they will make sure that your shadow stays on all day long. No budge. So they're all in neutral tones, and if you wanted that really neutral look, almost like you're not wearing shadow, you can wear these as just a matte eyeshadow, especially nice for just like an everyday look. So let's go in with your gorgeous copper tones.
Add some colour.
Add some colour. So let's grab a brush. Now before I go in with your coppers, I'm just going to do a little bit of a line around the lash line because I know you like to really enhance the shape of your beautiful eyes. Just going to first of all start off with this gorgeous colour Bonfire mixed with Gypsy. And we're just going to go up underneath your eye. Look up for me. It's lovely.
Do you find a lot of brides, they'll try and match their makeup to like the theme of their wedding rather than actually what suits them then?
Absolutely. Quite often when you go to do a bridal trial and you ask them what they have in mind, they will tell you what colour their bridesmaids are wearing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet that's something you get told.
Yeah, and what colour that like the flowers are. Chin that way for me slightly. And that's the theme they want to go for, which you can incorporate, you know, slightly. However, I do try and steer them more towards what's actually going to suit their hair colour, their complexion, you know, whether they're wearing an ivory or a white dress, you know, that sort of thing. And also eye colour, you know, there's so many things to think about. So this eyeliner is great for anybody that finds liner really, really hard to do. You know how sometimes you can sharpen them, but they're still too thick? This is called the One Fine Line.
That is so thin.
It's so thin and you can just dab it kind of along the lash line.
Right.
Okay.
It's a pencil, is it?
It's a little pencil, yeah. So you don't sharpen it, it's just literally, it is what it is. If you're really, really bad at doing eyeliner and you're doing your own makeup on your wedding day, what I would recommend is almost just doing little dots along the lash line and then just use a brush to blend. Okay, so I'm going to whiz in with some Lashtopia mascara. This is our blackest mascara and it's a mousse whipped formula, which means you get really beautifully fluffy, full, long lashes that are going to last all day long.
What would your tips be, SJ, on brides that are thinking about getting lash extensions versus mascara?
So for lash extensions, I would just make sure you trial who you're going to, you know, before the wedding, so you can just try them out first of all. Also with mascara, go for waterproof or water resistant, and quite a lot of makeup artists can apply, you know, the individual lashes on the day as well, so that's also an option. The other thing I think is really nice is the LV lashes, where you can just get your lashes kind of curled a few weeks before, and that way you'll get that beautiful lift on the day just with mascara. But I do think the faux lashes look really, really good on a wedding day. They do make the eyes really stand out, and yours look amazing on the day. I know you're really particular about your brows. So first of all, what I'd say with brows for a wedding day is make sure, like you have, you know, you've got them in a nice shape, and then it's really, really easy on the day just to kind of enhance and fill them in. I'm actually just going to use a shadow. I'm using Soul from the Rose palette. Now I know you're very particular about your brows, so I always say to brides, if there's anything they particularly want to do themselves on the day, then whatever they're going to feel comfortable with is absolutely fine. Quite often people like to do the brow mascara actually, but I know you're definitely a brow girl, aren't you? You know how you like them. So what I'm going to do now, Sophie, is just add a gorgeous glow to the highs of your cheeks, because I know you like a matte base, but you also like a really nice highlight. So I'm just going to use Invisible Glow with a small brush. I'm just going to pop this on the highs of your cheeks here, just to add a really, really pretty, ethereal, bridal sort of glow. Just really soft, really pretty. Nothing too shiny, just a nice sort of luscious layers of light, sort of lit from within look. Okay, let's now do the opposite with the contour. Happy? Yeah, feeling okay? So this is more of an invisible bronze, so we're just going to use this on the outside contours of the complexion. So I'm just going to use a fluffy angled brush, and we're just going to take this from the forehead down under the cheek, under the jaw, just to sculpt and contour the complexion. So I know you like quite a soft natural lip, so I'm going to use the Gen Nude lip liner in Borderline, which is just that really, really soft, pretty, spicy tone. I've already highlighted the lip using a little bit of the Invisible Bronze, so we're just going to lightly feather, starting at the bow. So with liner, make sure you get right into those corners so that when you're chatting you don't have a gap. So just open slightly for me. Always make sure you get right in so that, you know, if you're chatting away you can see that the lip is joined and you don't get that sort of gap in the lipstick.
I remember on the day as well you said, made a comment on lips with if you have a veil.
Yes.
If it's going over your face, like a gloss would stick.
That's happened many a time. I've seen poor brides when they definitely want to wear a veil, but they definitely want to wear a lip gloss, and they've been walking down the aisle and perhaps the wind's blown, or, you know, walking towards the church or away from the church, and then the veil gets stuck to the lip.
And then you're going to have the mark of the lipstick on your veil for the rest of the day.
I know, so not great. So choose which one you like out of these. There's Petal or Peony. I think that's more you.
Yeah, I think that's more me. Slightly more brownie.
So that is Peony, and this
I like the name as well.
Yay.
Very bridal flower.
I'm just going to use this straight from the bullet. These are the Bare Pro longwear lipsticks. So they say they last up to 8 hours, but a lot of people say that it's more like 12. The good thing about these is they're non-drying, really, really creamy. Again, contain those gorgeous oils. So you've got raspberry seed, blackcurrant seed, and sunflower seed in here. So even though you're getting that natural matte finish, you're also getting that hydration at the same time. So think of it as a matte longwear lipstick that also has hydrating kind of lip balm properties. So now we really need to add a pop of colour to the apples of your cheeks, which is where I think everything really comes together. I'm going to use my little Gen Nude palette here. So generally as a makeup artist I was always taught that you only really need 3 shades in your kit. I used to carry around a case of blushes. You always need a peach, you always need a pink, and you always need a mauve. I'm going to go for like a little bit of, because we've got a lot of gold and copper tones, I'm going to start with a pop of pink and then we may add a bit of peach. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Cool. So again, just taking a little angled brush, and I need you to smile for me, because that's what you'll be doing when you see your gorgeous groom. So we pop the apple off the cheek, and this is what just brings the whole look together. Just to finish off and keep everything in place all day long, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Bare Pro pressed foundation, and I'm just going to use that on the T-zone.
This is to set everything in place.
Yeah, and this is a sort of compact that you could carry with you throughout the day. It's great for brides because it can go in your bag or your chief bridesmaid's bag. It also has a little compact mirror, so it's perfect if you want to retouch your lips or your eyes or just keep an eye on your makeup throughout the day. So it's a powder foundation really, and then underneath that you have a little sponge applicator, so you can touch up like that as well, so you wouldn't even need to carry a brush. The reason I don't use this all over to begin with is it doesn't contain an SPF. I like to use the foundation with an SPF, but the Bare Pro Compact is fabulous for touch-ups throughout the day. So have a look, see what you think, and let me know if you want me to retouch or redo anything, or if you want any more in any areas.
No, I think it looks good, and I think in the evening it would be like nice to add a little bit more to your eyes for the evening.
Definitely. What we could do is just build up with those same copper shadow palette and really enhance your eyes, and then perhaps the evening you could add a little bit of a nude gloss.
Yeah, and then you don't have the veil issues.
Absolutely.
You're not going to go back of your face.
So happy?
Yeah.
Ready to get married?
Ready to get married. So this is the final look that was created by SJ. We've recreated what I had for on my actual wedding day. And if you have any more questions or you want to get some more inspiration from SJ, then you need to check her out on Instagram. We will link that down below. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.